Hello everyone, welcome to the video tutorial series of the wireless communication. I am your instructor Varsha Tak. Let's start our today's lecture series. So at the end of this video, you will be able to learn about the different types of services that is provided by the GSM. And then we will learn the different types of handovers that occurred while the mobile is on the moving conditions or any because of any reason, the network support, everything. So let's see about this. So first of all, the GSM services. Okay, so there are basically three types of GSM services are there. Which are the services? That is the barrier service, tally service and the supplementary service. Okay, so let's learn about the services in detail. So first of all, the GSM services, in which we will see the barrier services. Now what is the barrier services? It permits the transparent and the non-transparent synchronous and asynchronous data transmissions. Okay, it permits the transparent and non-transparent, synchronous and asynchronous data transmission. Now what is the transparent services? Only use the functions of the physical layer to transmit the data. Okay, so whenever you are doing the whenever you are using the transparent service, transparent, that means what? The data is available to the everyone. So when we are talking about the transparent service, it will work at the physical layer. Okay, so data transmission has the constant delay and throughput if the no transmission error occurs, and the only mechanism to increase the transmission quality is the use of the forward error correction, that is a code redundancy into the data stream and help to reconstruct the original data. Okay, so this is forward error correction. That means what? You can use the parity check, you can use the Hamming code, so you can use the cyclic redundancy check. Okay, so CRC, these all are the different techniques that is that add the redundancy bit to your data so that you can identify the data is correct or not. Okay, so such type of such type of error correction technique you can use. Now next one is the non-transparent barrier service. So non-transparent, that means it will not work at the physical layer, it work at the layer 3 and layer 2 and layer 3. Okay, to implement the flow control and the error correction. So this use the transparent services adding a radio link protocol. Okay, so that is RLP is used, for example, PSTN, ISDN, that is public switch telephone network, integrated service digital network, packet switch network. Okay, data transmission can be synchronous and asynchronous, but it is in the full duplex mode. Now next type of services is the tally services. Okay, now which are the services that is included in this tally services? So first one is the telephony service. Telephony service, that means high quality digital voice transmission, that is a special coder and decoder are used for the voice transmission. So while other codes are used for the transmissions of the analog data, that is for the communication with the traditional computer modems. So for example, fax machines and etc. Okay, so telephony service, that means it provides the high quality digital voice transmissions. So it provides the voice services, whatever the call you are doing to your friend, your relatives. So the GSM provides such type of voice quality service. So it provides the better voice qualities. Then next one is the emergency number. Now what is the meaning of this emergency number? For example, you have the emergency helpline number, that is emergency number, that is a 108. You have the different helpline number for the police, for another purpose. Okay, so these all are the emergency numbers that emergency number services should be provided by the GSM. For example, if you want to call the ambulance, you just dial the 108 and you can contact to the person who will arrive with the ambulance. Okay, so this service is mandatory for all the providers and it should be free of charge. No cost should be there. Got it? So it should be highest priority connection, possibly preempting other connection, and will automatically be set up. Okay, so this is what the emergency number. Now next one is the SMS. SMS, that is a short message services. Now the short message services which offer the messages up to 160 characters. Okay, so SMS is used for updating the mobile phones software or for implementing so-called push services also. In SMS we have basically two types of services: push services and pull services. Push services, that means the automatically message will arrive, you have not demanded for it. For example, you have gone in any you have went for any in any mall, and in that mall you have registered your mobile number, and whatever the offer is that the information regarding to the offer will be provided to your mobile phone in the SMS. So that is what the push services. They are just sending the message, they are just broadcasting the message, but you have not demand for it. So that is what the push services. Pull services, suppose you want to check your balance, you are sending some message to the organizations, and that organizations will reply you. So that is what the pull services. You have demanded and you have got the message. Okay, so these two type of services are there in the message service: push services and pull services. Got it? Next one is the enhanced message service. Enhanced message service, that means it is one type of message service, but here the character is the 760 characters. That means suppose you received your mobile bill on your phone in the message. So for that you require the enhanced message service. Got it? Then next one is the multimedia message service. Multimedia message service supports the transmissions of the GIF, JPG, WBMP file, short video clips, and it comes with the mobile phones that integrate with the small cameras. So you can transfer the image, you can transfer the video clip using the MMS. Okay, so these are the services that is provided by the GSM. Now next one is the supplementary service. Now what is the supplementary service? Supplementary service, this service offers the various enhancement for the standard telephony service and may vary from provider to provider. Okay, so which are the supplementary services? So we can say the supplementary services are user identification, call radiation or forwarding of the outgoing call. Okay, call forwarding, this all are the known as the supplementary services. Okay, so this type of services that is provided by the GSM. Okay, barrier service, telephony service, and the supplementary service. Now let's see our next topic. Now next topic is about the handover, or you can say handoff. Okay, handover and handoff both are same. In cellular telecommunication, the terms handover or handoff refers to the process of transferring ongoing call or data connectivity from one base station to the another base station. Now all of you aware about the GSM architecture, the cellular concept. Got it? So you will have the better idea about the cell. What is cell and how the device will move from one cell to another cell. In each and every cell we have one antenna that will take care of that entire area. Got it? So when the device will move from one cell to the another cell, so at that time what will happen? Okay, so it is moving from one cell to another cell. So that means its antenna that provides service to that particular mobile device will change. Okay, so at that time now the mobile has moved from one cell to the another cell, so its antenna is changed. That service is provided by the old antenna that will not be continued when the mobile station move in the another cell area. So at that time, to provide the continuous signal to that particular mobile phone, this process is occurred that is known as the handover. Got it? When a mobile moves into the different cell, while the conversations in the progress, and the MSC stands for mobile switching center. Okay, so it transfers the call to the new channel belonging to the new base station, that is the new antenna. Okay, so here you can see these are the two cells. Now here this mobile station is there in this particular cell where the MSC1 is there, and now it is moving in the another cell area where MSC2 is there. So continuous signal should be provided when the mobile station move from one cell area to the another cell area. So this process is known as the handover. Got it? Now, let's see which are the different classification of the handover. Okay, there are various classification of the handover based on the characteristics. So first one is what the based on the access technology, how we are accessing. So that is what the horizontal handover and vertical handover. Okay, so then next one is the types of technology that the network support. So based on that, we have two types of handover, that is hard handover and the soft handover. Then next one is the according to the movement in the GSM system. So for that we have the intra-BTS handover, inter-BTS, intra-BSC handover, then inter-BSC handover and inter-MSC handover. Now let's start with the according to the access technology. Okay, so first one is the horizontal handover. So this is also known as the intra technology handover. It is the handover between base stations of the same network interface. So for example, 3G to 3G. Okay, so if same network is there, then we can say it is a horizontal handover. But if it is a different network, then we can say it is a vertical handover. So this is common in the homogeneous system like GSM and the CDMA network. Then next one is the vertical handover. Vertical handover, this is also called the inter-technology handover, and it is handover that occurs between two networks of the different technology, that is from 3G to 4G. If the technology is different, one device is using the 3G technology and the another is using the 4G technology. So vertical handover requires both layer, that is the data link layer and the layer 3 to complete the handover procedure successfully. Now here you can see in this figure, you can see the horizontal handover as well as the vertical handover. The small circle represent the same type of network. So if the device will move from this small circle to this small circle, so it is a horizontal handover. But this big circle represent the different network. So if any device from this circle or this circle will move from to this big circle, so it is known as the vertical handover. Now, basically there are two types of the handover according to the network support. So which are this? First one is the hard handover. So an instantiation handover, which is the existing connection, is terminated and the connections to the destination channel is made. Okay, so it is also known as the break before make handover. Okay, so whenever the device will move from one cell area to another cell area, first it will break connections to that old antenna, and then it will make the connection to the new antenna. But it is very quick, but you don't have any idea about this handover. Okay, the process is so instantaneous that the user does not hear any noticeable interruption. So here you can see this is the example of the hard handover. If the device will move from this MSC1 to the MSC2, then this link to that particular device will be broke first, and then it will establish the new link to the new base station. Now next one is the soft handover. A substantial handover where the connections to the new channel is made before the connections from the source channel is disconnected. Okay, so soft handover allows the parallel connections between 3 or more channels to provide the better services. Okay, and here this type of handover is very effective in the poor coverage area where the signals is not proper. Okay, so at that time you can provide 2 or more channel for the better performance. And the soft handover adopted the policy that is make before break. Okay, so before breaking the channel to the old base station, we first have to make this channel that is to the new base station and then break the old one. Soft handoff is more costly than the hard handoff. Now here you can see this is the soft handover. Okay, so here you can see when the device will move from this base station to this base station. So at that time what will happen? It will not break the link until and unless it will establish the new link to the MSC, new link to the new base stations. Okay, now let's see the within the GSM system there are 4 types of handover that can be performed for GSM system only. Okay, so here this is the intra-cell handover. Intra-cell handover, that means what? The handover in the same network, in same cell. Device is not moving from one cell to another cell, but still we require the handover. Why? Because of the frequency range is not supported, then weak signal strength. So for this reason we required to change the channel. So that is known as the intra-cell handover. Then next we have the inter-cell and intra-BSC. That means BSC is same, but the this cell is changing. Okay, so different cell device is moving from one cell to the another cell. So that's why it is an inter-cell intra-BSC. Then next one is the inter-BSC intra-MSC handover. That means the BSC is different, but MSC is same. That is the mobile switching center is same, but the BSC is different. So at that time, such type of handover will occur. Then MSC handover, that is inter-MSC handover. MSC is also changed. So at that time, this handover will occur. So let's see in figure. So you will have the better idea about this now. You can see here, this is in number 1. That means what? It is an intra-cell handover in the particular cell only, where no changes there, no device is not moving, but because of the weak signal or if the frequency is not fulfilled, so at that time this type of handover will occur. Okay, second one is what? Here you can see the BSC is same but cell is different, so that is the second type of handover. Then third type of handover, MSC is same but BSC is different. Okay, and fourth type of handover, the this MSC is also different, so it is an inter-MSC handover. Okay, so in this video we have learned about the different type of GSM services. Okay, in which we have learned the tele services, various services, and the supplementary services, and then we have learned about the handover. So there are the different types of handover based on the different characteristic there. If the device is moving in the GSM network, then we have the different types of handover, and based on the network support, we have the different types of handover. So this is all about this lecture. Remaining interesting topic we will cover in the next lecture. Thank you for watching. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.